Hey guys, we got some big news on the Trespasser Exotic, big implications for next season as it could be turning out to be a Siva Rise of Iron type season, which is really big stuff with Lord Ephadite, Shiro, all that type of stuff, and this is again really big stuff for next season, and hope you guys do enjoy, and if you guys do, then please subscribe. We went back up to 5% that people subscribe now on my videos, which is awesome, and we just hit over 9k, and now we're on our verge for 10,000 subscribers. I can't, guys, thank you enough. I'm so happy that we're getting so close so fast, and I can't wait for 10k and all that, so please subscribe. I love you guys so much, but let's get right into the nitty gritty with today's video. So we got a TWAB last week that showed, of course, all the changes to weapons. If you if you just go on Bungie.net, you can go read it and stuff. It's very big, like we're talking like 5,000, 9,000 words. Really, really big stuff. Probably one of the biggest TWABs ever, and I don't think they'll ever do that again. And with the TWAB, you're gonna make mistakes, of course, but you would have never guessed this, is that in the I think Japanese version of the Bungie TWAB, there is, of course, a change with one of the redacted slots, because if you go to exotic changes, there is, of course, a redacted exotic change. It's probably going to be the exotic we're getting next season, one of them, because we usually get 2 exotics per season. So it says redacted, and then if you go on the Japanese version and you go over the redacted, it actually translates to Trespasser, literally the word Trespasser. If you didn't recall, Trespasser was an exotic sidearm from Rise of Iron. Made its debut. It's pretty awesome. We'll go into the perks a little bit later, but it was an awesome weapon in my opinion, and it came out with, of course, Rise of Iron and Siva, the Iron Lords, the last expansion for Destiny 1. And a lot of gardens since then has speculated if it would ever make its return, and stuff like Kavah stuff, Nemesis Star, all those type of exotics from Rise of Iron, but we never got any news until now, with being Trespasser being in there. Now, of course, if you don't know what Trespasser is an exotic sidearm which is in the energy slot. It causes arc damage. Weapon fires bursts of bullets with deadly accuracy. Pretty cool. The exotic perk is that reloading after a kill causes the next burst to be longer, more powerful super bursts. This is definitely an awesome perk in my opinion, because it kind of makes it a bit unique to have an exotic sidearm like this. And of course, if it comes into Destiny 2, it's probably going to get some changes similar to how Hawkmoon came back last year, and it got changes with that. But again, this is big news, as this is an exotic returning from an expansion that focuses on what? Siva, splicers, all that type of stuff. And again, this is big, because not only if this exotic does come out, of course, take it with a grain of salt, if this does happen, that it is actually Trespasser, what does that mean for Season 17? Well, for Season 17, firstly, I think the Trespasser exotic was, I believe, Shiro from Rise of Iron had it in the lore. Correct me if I'm wrong, lore guys, but I believe that means that Shiro could make its return in Season 17 as a vendor of some kind, or as someone in the narrative lead, because we know that Lord Saladin now is taking his post with the Cabal. Now, who's going to run the Iron Banner? As we know, Iron Banner will get significant changes next year with a huge rework. Not next year, next season with a huge rework. So what does that mean for Iron Banner? Who's going to run it? Lord Ephadite definitely could be one of the best nominees, candidates for that, of course. But what does this mean moreover? Does Shiro make its return? Should the social space from Rise of Iron, would that ever make a return? It's still on Earth. You could definitely do something there. What does this mean for Siva too? What does it mean for Wrath, if Wrath the Machine is a returning raid? You never know. Of course, King's Fall looking like probably the raid, but what does this mean, after Year 5, Year 6? Does that mean Wrath of the Machine could come back then? It's big things to think about. This is going to be a really cool, season to see it. And with Trespasser coming and actually being analyzed to actually be an exotic returning next season as maybe a quest or the seasonal exotic, you never know then. And we could see, of course, a Siva dungeon, because we are getting a dungeon coming with Season 17 and a Crucible map, a really new Crucible map here. So could we see a Siva Crucible map? Could we see a Siva dungeon? Let me know your thoughts about it, but it's really big things to think about here for next season. And of course, next season will only be 3 months, so it won't be the longest season, and it'll be really unique to see what they do here. And again, it'd be really cool to see how Trespasser is obtained. Could it be an exotic quest, exotic secret mission, something like that, going back to the Cosmodrome or going to the Plague Lands, if the Plague Lands could make a return, because there has been leaks out there saying that the Plague Lands could make a return, which I don't believe it would, but you never know. And again, big stuff to think about. I hope you guys did enjoy this big cool video, and if you guys did, then please subscribe and like, because it would mean a lot. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.